Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News Weekend.
My mom, they actually found her around 4 o'clock this morning, about 350 yards that way.
Heartbreak and destruction across Alabama. Shocking images, this one, of a bus on top of Winterboro High School in Alpine. Severe storms ripped through the state last night. And we have team coverage for you. ABC 3340's Valerie Bell is in Talladega County, Austin Pratt in Pickens County, and Megan Scarano in Chilton County. Good evening, I'm Muriel Bailey.
And I'm Brenda LeDunn. We know at least 3 people died in the storms and at least 4 tornadoes are confirmed. We're keeping you updated on damage all throughout the state, but we start tonight with a first look at your forecast for the week. Here's meteorologist Riley Blackwell.
And at last check, this was very recent. We have a 5th confirmed tornado down in Dallas County near Plantersville. That's the one that brought the extreme damage into parts of Maplesville in Chilton County. But this survey is still not 100% complete. So still, as of right now, 4 confirmed tornado surveys with probably at least 10 or 12 more to go. And in terms of the power outage numbers have significantly started to go down. Only about 300 power outages left in Chilton County, about 900 in Talladega County, and about 900 as well in Tallapoosa County. But fortunately, we can be very thankful the weather is calm and dry. It was a little bit breezy for today, but with that high pressure filling in, this cold front moving off, it's really left us with a very calm, stable air mass that will be around for much of the coming week. But another thing too, that storm system brought a lot of rain, over 4.5 inches in Clanton. And I saw last night there were just under 3 inches in Sylacauga, 2.5 inches in Alabaster. So we also had some flooding problems. But here's what we have coming up this week. It's going to be much calmer with some rain Wednesday, but absolutely no severe weather is expected. And temperatures are expected to dip a little bit after that system. But coming up, we'll take a look at if that cool stretch will last and take a look at the 7-day forecast.
And you can scan the QR code here on your screen to get access to the ABC 3340 weather app. The app gives you live radar, James weather blog, and the 7-day forecast.
And destruction in Gordo, Sipsey, and Calera last night as strong storms moved across Alabama. The storm shelter in Pratt City was packed. In Pickens County, this footage of a tornado after it crossed over Highway 159. The video shows chicken farm being blown away as the storm passes about 100 yards away. Also in Pickens County, which saw the destruction of light storms, ABC 3340's Austin Pratt is in Gordo now, where several homes and farms were damaged in the storm. He has the story of overwhelming support from people wanting to help.
You know, our hearts are breaking because all over Alabama, all over Mississippi, we've seen damage from last night's storms.
The town of Gordo is one of the places hit hard by last night's tornadoes.
We had a lot of trees down, a lot of tree damage and road blockage. There were several homes that destroyed.
These homes just north of downtown Gordo were hit by the tornado. The roof of this one you can see ripped right off. South of downtown, many farms destroyed. The town saw 2 tornadic supercells within an hour. As soon as the storm cleared, people began to help.
We had places that I wouldn't have expected to get open that we got open within an hour.
So many people showing up to help, it surpassed the town's actual need.
I cannot say enough about the response that we got from our community and from outside communities. We had people coming in from other counties. Basically, we had to start staging people that, you know, just to wait because we had so many.
The Red Cross is also in Gordo, assisting those impacted by the storm.
Whether they're trapped, whether they just need help recovering, whether they need cleanup supplies or a warm meal, we're going to be there to help them.
In Gordo, Austin Pratt, ABC 3340 News.
And if anyone in Gordo needs help with damage, the mayor says to call City Hall, where he is personally manning the phones. The city will get you the help you need.
In Winterboro, in that area of Talladega County, an 83-year-old man was killed while inside his mobile home. The National Weather Service found damage consistent with at least an EF2 tornado. Our team coverage continues there with ABC 3340's Valerie Bell.
As you can imagine, it's been a very difficult day for the community. The damage is extensive. This is the old Winterboro High School, and the area around it is also devastated.
I've had family call me. Making sure I'm all right.
Volunteer firefighter Luther Lackey says seeing the destruction has been difficult.
It's unreal. I kind of feel sorry for everybody.
But the biggest loss in this community, one of their own. 83-year-old Harry Leon Fain was killed when his mobile home was torn up and tossed across the street.
Everybody knew him. He was a real nice fella. He had come to the fire station 4 hours early to make sure that the storm shelters were open. He said, "I'll be back." So he went back home, and then 4 hours later, they had to try to find him.
Among the storm's path, the old Winterboro High School.
I started there in 1954 and went to school. All my kids have graduated from there. So it's kind of hard.
A school bus slammed into the gym.
I cried. Like you know what I'm saying, because it hurts. You know what I'm saying, and it's like, man, I've been seeing that place for a long time.
Once a community landmark, now a difficult memory.
I played football there for a long time, baseball and everything, basketball. So, you know, it's hard to see something like that come through your community, you know what I'm saying, and as devastating as it is, but it's a good thing that we got good people. And we got good people that's around us and coming down to help us, you know, clean up.
Debris is scattered everywhere, and now the focus is on picking up the pieces.
We try to help everybody in the community.
That can be replaced, but the lives can't.
Crews I spoke with tell me they believe it'll take more than a week to clean up this devastation. In Talladega County, Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 News.
All she could say was, "Mama, her house is gone. It's leveled." And it's leveled. I mean, that's all I know.
2 people were killed in Plantersville in Dallas County. One victim was Annie Free. Her daughter tells us she found her mother dead 300 yards from where her trailer once stood. Anita Owens is from the Mobile area. When she and her daughter Tiffany saw the storms coming, they headed towards Plantersville, where her mother lives. Owens describes the moment she learned her mother's house was gone.
My mom, they actually found her around 4 o'clock this morning, about 350 yards that way. And my uncle was about 150 yards this way. So, and he's currently in the hospital.
Now, the other victim was a man. The coroner says he was killed while inside a shop. Today, the National Weather Service says Plantersville is one of the hard-hit areas.
As National Weather Service crews survey storm tracks in Chilton County, the town of Maplesville is coming together to help those impacted. ABC 3340's Megan Scarano is in Maplesville tonight, where at least 2 homes were flipped upside down.
This home off of County Road 15 completely moved off of its foundation and turned upside down. When the storm came, about a dozen or so family members rushed to this storm shelter. They tell me it took 3 men to hold the door closed during the storm.
It was the most scariest sound I have ever heard, and I started praying to God to save all of us.
Terrifying moments for this family in Maplesville.
I thought we were all goners.
Hunkered down in a storm shelter made out of the back of a milk truck. Once the storm passed, they would see the true extent of the damage.
The tornado picked the trailer up and flipped it through the tree upside down. So the bottom is on the top and the ceiling's on the ground.
It's the same story for the Wilson family across the street. Their home also upside down. You can see the refrigerator hanging out of the side.
We had made the conscious decision not to be here. Like I said, my daughter was scheduled to play a volleyball tournament at the BJCC, so we were on the 5th floor of the Sheraton Hotel watching you guys. And you guys had zoomed in on County Road 340, which is just right here beside us. And I said, well, it's at home.
By the time the sun came up, the community was there, ready to help. What has it been like since 9 o'clock last night?
A roller coaster of emotions and just roller coaster of events to get through. Volunteer-wise, that came in from the community to help us. I don't know the number just yet, but it's well in the, I would say in the 100 of people that came together in this community to help out their neighbors.
As these families begin the cleanup of their most beloved possessions, they know none of it matters as much as each other.
We're the lucky ones. Nobody was hurt. We can figure this out.
In Maplesville, Megan Scarano, ABC 3340 News.
Covering Shelby County, cleanup crews were out in force early this morning. This is some video of torrential rain last night near the Christian Life Fellowship Church in Calera. Other areas were also hit hard. There is extensive damage at Burton Campers in Calera. Multiple campers flipped over and lots of mangled metal. Calera Baptist Church also lost part of its roof. Pastor Jason Jarvis says he's seeing a show of unity. 13 pastors reaching out to offer help, and repairs could take some time, so the church is looking for an alternate place to meet.
We don't lean on the things that we have as far as buildings. We lean on God, and so He is our comfort, He is our peace, and so we put our trust in Him. And so even though our building is hurt right now, we're not.
A mobile home park also damaged in Calera. Tim Striegel made it to a neighbor's basement just in time. Fortunately, he got insurance on Friday. A team of volunteers helped him with that cleanup.
At least we can be very fortunate today that the sun is shining, conditions are calm, and temperatures tonight, believe it or not, we're going to have another cold snap in store for us, mostly clear skies. And a few of us, especially in the northern portions of our area, could dip right around or just slightly below that freezing mark, although it will be still a little bit warmer further down to the south. Places like Coleman, Jasper, Haleyville, Hamilton, Aniana, Gadsden Center could all be right around that freezing mark by daybreak early tomorrow morning. But that very powerful system that brought all the destruction to Alabama is now starting to move out off into the Atlantic Ocean. We've had a pretty stiff westward breeze today, but that westward breeze ushered in sunshine and mostly clear skies. Now the next weather maker, I guess, if you can call it that, likely going to come sometime Wednesday or Thursday morning. And all it's going to be is just a good old-fashioned rain. We're not worried about severe weather with this system because even still this far out, it doesn't look very impressive at all. Showers could be starting as early as Wednesday afternoon, persisting into the evening and overnight hours before sunshine. And once again, cooler weather will be making a return on the backside of that system. But rain, likely not going to be very heavy at times. The overall rainfall totals anywhere from maybe 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in some spots, but that also might be a little bit of an overestimation. But fortunately, no severe weather is expected for the rest of the week. And once that system moves through, much colder air filters in here. By Thursday, highs might struggle to get out of the 50s in some spots. Could wake up with a frost on some places Friday morning, but sunshine still expected for the weekend.
Now, the ABC 3340 Sports Report with Jamie Hale.
I believe this team has, from start to finish, done enough to be the #1 overall seed in this tournament. Our resume is historically one of the strongest resumes in the history of college basketball with the number of quad 1 wins we've had.
Auburn's 16 quad 1 wins proved enough to give them the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. The Tigers will be in the South region in Lexington. Nate Oates and the Crimson Tide will be a #2 seed in the East and will play Robert Morris Friday in Cleveland. Saturday, Florida beat the Tide 104-82 in the SEC tournament semifinal. Alabama went bucket for bucket with Florida in the first half, but the Gators' big run out of the break changed everything.
Florida's a very good team. We, said going to this tournament, we want to be the hardest playing, toughest team on the floor. We were not.
We just got to, have a short-term memory loss, and this is the best time of the year, honestly, March Madness, and we got to look forward to that. It's win or go home, literally. We don't want this to be our last game, and we know that every possession is really going to matter, especially in this tournament.
Alabama's Grant Nelson suffered a knee injury in Saturday's game against Florida. He will see a knee specialist tomorrow to determine his status moving forward. AAC champion.
Man, these guys, man, just been doing what we expect them to do all year long. I told you earlier today, all of our games come just like this. All of our games are just like this, so we've been prepared for this all year. We have the best.
All right, well, that is all the time we have for the news at 5.
I will see you again tonight at 10.